Second.
Approval of the meeting minutes from July 17th. Any changes, corrections, anybody have?
My notes, where we'll move to approve the meeting minutes of July 7th.
How's like to approve the meeting minutes from July 17th? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Citizen input or public comment? Seeing none, we'll keep rolling right on. Old business, repairs to the water fountain at City Hall. Did we get any more bids or no?
Go ahead, Jed.
But, no,
You did look at one.
yes, I did, I contacted S&S about possibly putting in the bottle filled water cooler unit. And all he said was it wasn't really feasible, and it was gonna be substantially more money than the $3,000 to replace a cooler that's in the ceiling currently. So I just went with the two options, cut the cooler out, leave it as tap water, or the $3,000 for
Put the cooler back.
put the cooler back.
So, sort of what we knew last month is still the same
Yes.
as what we knew.
Yeah.
And suspected.
Yes.
Okay. Thoughts? Motions, what we should do with it?
My thoughts are cut it out and not put it back.
You vote to not put it back?
I never noticed the water ever was cold.
Oh, the thing was probably shut down the
Right.
whole time.
Lined up.
It did kick on, the cooler part of it did kick on when all the water ran out of it on the floor.
Wasn't that nice?
You may have gotten a little bit of cold water at that point, but
When
probably
it was
not.
dripping down our shirts, yeah, it was kind of chilly. I don't know if the 54-degree groundwater is.
Does anybody in the police department, anybody even use it? Does anybody even care if it's just regular tap water? Barry, what's the temperature of our tap water?
Depends on the day.
55 degrees.
I fill my water bottle up out of it the way it is every Thursday, every little meeting.
Well, we already got the electric, we already got the plumbing, everything's already there. It's just a matter of swapping out the actual chiller.
Yeah, you pull out the old chiller, put a new one in, turn it on, plumbing, wires, turn it on.
I would probably use it if it was cold.
Yeah, it's 20 years old, it was 20 years old, I'm sure these ones are probably more efficient, and might do a better job.
And it probably won't last 10 years, because that's how the new things work.
Probably starts in at 10, but yeah.
So it's something we want to replace, and you probably do have contingency left
We do.
to expend. I don't know what the building budget for this building is at.
We can
Maybe I would have to
look.
come on a contingency.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what we got left in the building budget.
There wasn't a whole lot, there's some on that already. With flagpoles and stuff, so I don't know how much is left.
$3,000.
Employee welfare, I'm inclined to put a new chiller in it.
Is that a motion?
Almost.
Okay. So contemplating?
No, looking for the actual numbers. Where will make a motion to recommend the council approval of the replacement for the water chiller for a price not to exceed $29,5000.
Motion by Wire, second by Haslett to recommend the council replacement of the water fountain with the chiller option not to exceed $29.50. All those in favor say aye.
So funding will come from if there's budget left available for City Hall or contingency, just so that everybody knows where the budget's coming from.
Yeah, start there and then go to contingency.
Yeah. clear as mud.
Yep.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Handbook changes for the fire personnel.
Chad isn't here, but I will just simply reply to the same comment that I thought it was originally, because we are in union negotiations, we can't touch anything. So I needed to verify, and the attorney said, no, can't touch it.
That's what I thought. I was kind of surprised to see this back on here, but that
Because we never
explanation.
answered it.
Yeah, we never answered it.
Yep, that's fine.
Right. So,
So we'll just take no action.
nope, it's just an update. She's not here, but that's all right, so.
That doesn't change it.
Nope, doesn't change it.
And then the next one, 4C is update on the ordinance for the fire inspector and update to reflect the administrative code.
Wait a minute. 4C, you narrate?
See?
4C, correct?
Mhm.
Got it?
Not on the agenda online.
4C is update ordinance fire inspection 2025-09.
How many old business do you have online?
2,
Just two.
A and B.
Where is
It's on the printed version. I just downloaded this.
Was on there yesterday.
It was not?
I don't have it on here, I just went to the shop, I think on Tuesday.
Oh.
Turned mine off today now.
Is it on council?
You don't have it on yours?
No,
It's not on
let me see.
Yeah, it is.
No, that's
Yeah,
just
it is.
fine. That's just finance that I have open.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
finance, I
I'm
don't.
just considering if it's on council, we can just address it there.
And it is on council too. I'm just, I'm surprised.
Well, let me reopen it. Hang on.
No, it's not.
821
Did you do it from an email or the website?
from the website.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not on the website.
Making very sure.
No.
Huh?
Oh, the snake went in there. It's surprising on the website, like I'm on a different page and it shows upcoming events, but you can't click on the date to get into the.
Yeah,
for that
the one
date.
on the website does not have C. How is that even possible?
All right, well,
There
we
you go.
will ignore it because it's not on the agenda.
The published one.
Interesting, yeah.
Sorry.
Not a problem, I'm glad you pointed that out. On to new business then, July 2025 financial statements. We take those all as one. If there's questions.
Here we move to approve the July 2025 financial statements, payroll of $100,948.59, general disbursements of $290,344.92, and the clerk treasurer's report on file at the clerk's desk.
Motion by Wired, second by Haslett to approve, send to council the financial statements for July 2025. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. 2026 wheel tax. And believe this is the annual recommendation for council for either continuing or discontinuing the wheel tax and a recommendation on the amount. If we're modifying it.
Correct.
Any discussion? this year, Richard?
Nope.
No?
Charlie, do you have anything to say on the wheel tax?
I see it as both ways, as a good thing and as a bad thing, but, knowing with the number of road projects that we have coming and how funding is gonna be lacking, especially as we go forward with the state revenues that we're gonna get, cause the state highways, as legislature rules have it, is gonna hurt us for our reimbursements going forward, so I think it's a necessary tool that we're gonna have to continue.
I think at least for the next 2 years until we get the next budget, which they're trying to get them to actually increase the amount of aid to the roads. They put a surplus in this year, but it was mostly for highways and transportations, not necessarily giving us municipalities more money.
Local roads.
Correct. Which is why we have that revitalized tour here as a kickoff to the campaign to try and get the state to see that there has to be more money for towards roads.
Or put hamstringing us.
That too.
And there's a large calculation, you can actually get it, I printed it out with the transportation, how it calculates out for the city, it's based off of a number of different things, it's 6-year average, 3-year average, you're probably well aware of it. And the thing is, since the state highways are a state highway, those years are gonna work against us because they're not considered in this calculation.
Thus,
So-
4 years where we will look like we're doing no road projects.
Oh, we actually
Out
are.
of 6 years. So that's part of what the league didn't even fully understand until they were here for our revitalized tour. That, I mean, we did a parking lot, we still did asphalt, but it wasn't a road. Our 18.25 miles of road hasn't changed, yet we're being deducted or penalized for saving money for bigger road projects. So they need to work on that calculation.
Well, either that or they're gonna force you to just do shorter segments and keep your 5-year, your 3 and your 6-year averages higher without, it's a game that they're trying to make you play, and it's unfortunate
Right.
that they don't realize that we understand what they're trying to do to us.
And the fact that we're looking at Van Buren and Taylor as a mill and overlay, that's also part of keeping us in the 6-year average, but at the same time, we can't afford full reconstructions every year, so working with the utilities, figuring out where we can do some of this to at least improve those roads, like we do with Riverside, instead of saving it, you know, gotta spend it.
Cards are dealt, I guess. It's unfortunate.
It is a significant length of road projects that are coming up those state highways where you would think we would get credit for a portion of that because we're still improving the parking lanes, the, you know, the
Right.
general.
Curb and gutter
Curb and
sidewalks,
gutter sidewalk.
complete streets, as they like to say.
Right, we
Right.
shouldn't be penalized just because our hand was forced by the state to.
And those will be in the next 2-year cycle, so they've got 2 years to try and get that legislation approved, so that when that does happen in 2027 or 28, we should get credit for it.
Hopefully.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's the
So
goal.
who do we lobby?
Oh, that's what the revitalized tour, but that was the League of Municipalities. They are fully aware of it. More so now than they were before. They didn't fully understand
Right.
my whining.
Sitting right here, talked about it,
It was
so.
You think they would understand, knowing that new growth and inabilities to grow and the resistance, and,
because just like.
but they haven't created any different legislation since 2010 on that either.
But just like everything else with the state and budgets, and Kelly's got her own lovely formulas that she's gonna do with the library, that are very unique, school districts are the same way. Sometimes they're just so complicated until you just give them basic facts. 6 years, hard to do that. that rolling average makes no sense. My roads didn't decrease at all. And then just being penalized for doing state highways makes no sense.
Get less done with the same amount of money.
Right. Yep. So $15 isn't a whole lot, which I never advocated for more, but over the years, I think it's $247,000 is what we have, that we accumulated towards the highway project.
In the 7 or so years it's been in place,
Yep.
whatever that number is, I
Yep.
don't remember.
It's been just growing until we needed it for a bigger project.
I think our revenue numbers are on the improvement plan
Mhm.
sheet, it breaks it out
Had
as,
that email she sent out.
wheel taxes,
Mhm.
fluffed in there at 47,000 per year
Yep.
going forward, so.
Yep.
I will make a motion then to, maintain the $15 annual registration fee and recommend that to council for adoption.
Haslai will second.
Motion by Cool, second by Haslai.
So roll call.
Any other
Discussion.
discussion?
I extremely dislike it.
We know.
We know,
I'm not a fan of it either, but.
this is just a recommendation, we're
Yeah.
not actually authorizing this expenditure, so. we don't-
Oh, the council does that, okay,
Council
that's fine.
rules, so, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Likewise, against,
I'm against.
okay,
You want
motion
this?
carries. And next to the next item is the 2026 budget. I think the department has been working hard to get the numbers into Lana. Unfortunately, is not here tonight, so we kind of agreed to take a look at some of the information that's coming in. One is capital plans. Does everybody have a copy of the, I've got a big copy, I printed out a big copy because the guys are, she should have sent a link via email for that. Does
She
everybody
did.
have that?
I'll get it.
Okay. Did she work with the department heads on the funding? Or was that just penciled in for some of the stuff?
Pretty sure it's just off of that. This is also out of the, this is the same document
That
from
Eller's
Eller,
had,
yeah.
so it's just carrying through
It
for that?
was, yeah,
Okay.
basically the same. And if we gotta move it around, we move it around.
Okay.
And that's not holding fire to anything.
Chad's not here, so we can't really, did he sneak in?
He's right there hiding underneath his hat.
Yep.
Oh, didn't see you coming,
I
sorry,
didn't
I was
see
looking
that.
over there, I didn't look over to my left here, all right? You've got some items in here. Brush truck purchase for an estimated $200,000. Do you wanna speak towards your projects?
Yeah, so I've got the explanation, and I don't know if Lana's got that on there with it. If not, I can forward that on to you guys. But it replaces, as far as the brush truck goes, it replaces a 25-year-old truck that we have now that's not really designed for off-road use. When we purchased it, it's a manual, so very few of our members can drive it, unfortunately, with the drivers that we have coming in these days. So we need better off-road capability and towing ability. Can still use the truck that we currently have, the 2001, as a utility truck, which would replace the pickup truck that we have not, that we had previously. And, we would repurpose the skid unit off of our current brush truck and put it on the new one, since it's still in good shape, and basically that's what we would be using it for anyways, and we shouldn't have to replace anything on that skid unit. The pump and all the plumbing and the tank and the hose reels, they're all in good shape, yeah. We could put that on a, single cab, like F-250, F-350 with a flatbed, with the skid unit, with a couple of compartments.
So what's the ask then? Is it just a chassis at this point?
It would be the chest, it would be to probably try to purchase like the pieces for it. We could get better numbers for you,
Yeah.
as
I mean,
such, if you're in the
just
26
looking
budget.
If you're looking for a 1-tonner, chassis, or like an F-350 or something like that, you're not gonna get to 200,000, but I'm not sure what the refurb would be.
That would be
Probably
with,
easier.
yeah,
obviously.
lighting, that would be with everything to purchase for it. We could get the numbers, the breakdown for you.
Okay. That would be helpful. We could dial that in a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Station maintenance, parking lot?
Yeah, we'll talk with Chad a little bit on that. We came up with seal coating some of the parking lots this year, and they came and they gave us a quote for that.
Yeah, but I
Did
couldn't
you
find
get
it.
this year?
For next year.
You just said this year.
Next year. This is all in 26.
Yeah,
I had it quoted this year.
you had it quoted, I knew I heard this year.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine.
And I think our quote for our 2 parking lots, just the parking lot, not the training center, was like, I would say upwards of 5,000. Sound right?
So I was closer to 7, but,
Was it?
because that included the seal coating, crack filling in, epoxy paint lines, parking lot lines. But I couldn't find it in my emails. I'll have to look closer into it.
Because it would have been a project that you had other parking lots to seal coat.
Yeah, I had quoted his quoted, because we had some other ones that we were doing, with utilities and trailhead and stuff. He discussed that we had other parts, so I don't quote that.
So that's not included in your ask, right? Just his? Would you bid it all together if we approve both? Obviously?
Well, yeah, so like if, Kelly's got it in hers, Chad's got it in his, I would have them quoted
Yeah.
to come out one day and do them all.
Yep. Okay.
You have the 200,000 for the brush truck sale of equipment, is that from the sale of other equipment? $200,000 funds on hand, is that from the sale of the other equipment, and did we ever sell the chassis?
What?
What, you guys had a whole bunch of stuff that was on surplus, I think you did it more.
I don't know where it is.
Well, it would be.
No, but we can't see where it is. That's why we were asking Lana
Oh,
about
it
that.
should be in your, my view. She'll show you.
Yeah,
I know,
That's something we're gonna take up with Lana, because we had a bunch of questions on
right.
where certain things were.
To sell to the DPW, and then it wasn't. When did that sell? I didn't even know that.
It's been sold for a while.
First I heard of it.
First we've heard of it. I don't even know what we got for it.
I'm
Can you verify that with Jason?
Yeah, I can
When and
verify
what- 'cause
that.
usually he sends us the email that it was sold.
We were gonna sell the squad, but we held off.
Definitely in your account, that's not even in question, but we didn't know that the chassis, because I believe whatever somebody was offering you guys several months ago when that first round went through, you guys weren't happy with the price.
That was the squad.
The squad was never on the list to be sold.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, are we talking two different things?
Yes.
I believe,
There's the squad.
we've never been told the squad was on it.
It was back in '24. That was last year.
That's news,
Okay. We'll get that straightened out, but
please.
yeah. 'Cause we were holding off on, we had a bunch of stuff on surplus that came in, we were wondering where the money was, so that's a question we had for a while.
And I don't even know why you would question where the money.
I haven't seen the email.
Might have been plus or maybe.
And we're still working out some bugs with that, but yeah,
That's
if
fine.
you can
Yeah.
find that,
Yeah.
toss it to me, then I
Absolutely.
can know where it went.
Okay, we'll do.
Yeah, cause that's gonna help with the revenue side
Okay.
on.
You're positive the chassis sold?
I'm pretty positive,
Okay,
yeah.
that I.
Because that would have been through Wisconsin surplus.
It was, okay.
Everybody's taking notes. Okay, I'll keep moving along then. Powered stair chairs are back on. That was last year, I believe.
Yeah, 25.
Yeah. Same deal. You know if that price is even close?
The price is still pretty close for two of them. That's for price for two.
Okay.
And we can probably pull that through fat money. The fat money that we have. Part of it.
You know how much you have in fat money to expend yet?
We just got some in July, and I believe it was like 32.
Do you have like refreshers or something coming up next year that you're gonna expend a bunch of that?
No, but part of it has to go to education, and part of it needs to go to equipment, so we have to keep account of that.
And that's for the power chairs there?
Yeah, that's for this power stair chairs.
Because on here it says geo debt, and we're thinking that can be debt.
Well, that's where I was questioning these
Right.
funding lines. I don't
Right.
think that's accurate at all until we decide what it's gonna come out with.
He just mentioned it.
Yeah. Okay, and lastly is the life packs. So is that based off of this quote, right? That we got, that we tabled from before, the service agreement?
No, that's the service agreement, so the light packs, last year, from what we went off of, what Wes had in there to replace light packs, would have been purchased this year. And that's where the $88,555 for last year, replacement of 2 light packs, which that price is not current, as far as replacing 2 light packs.
Okay. But we still have to deal with the maintenance agreement that we
Mhm.
deferred.
For the current ones, and that would be that's if we want to go with the service contract for those light packs and the striker cots and the Lucases.
So you didn't add that in here then?
No, that would have been added in for replacement costs. So the life packs are about $60,000, and then the service agreement would be roughly $10,000 for 3 years
So this is a full replacement
of 2 life packs and a
of the
service
life
agreement.
packs. And then the service agreement for the rest of the Lucas equipment, right, Lucas, cause this was what? 43? 43,000?
Yeah, and that was just the service agreement.
But that would change if you bought 2 new life packs, it would drastically reduce the service agreement.
Yes, I believe so.
So maybe spitball that as well, so we know one or the other.
Because with that service agreement, like I said, it doesn't just cover the monitors, it covers
Right.
the current stair chairs that we have, the cots that we have, and the Lucas devices that we have.
Okay. Overhead doors, that's always on there.
So we still have 3 to replace,
But are they failing like the other 2 were?
yes, yeah, big gaps. This last rain, we had water seeping in through the bottom of them. You could feel the cold air come through in the winter. As far as like the operation of them, especially with the ladder door, it's quite questionable if it's gonna go up at times. They're, what, 27 years old?
The doors are 7 years old?
27
Oh,
years
I was
old.
gonna say, 7 doesn't sound old.
They're from the original, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you have wrote in your notes.
And SCBA,
So, as it's kind of stated in there, you know, NFPA does recommend replacement of our SCBA's at 15 years. We're coming on that in the 26, 27 era. If we do nothing else, we're gonna have to buy tanks for our current packs. We can purchase tanks and we can try to put off the SCBA purchase, because the SCBA purchase is gonna be that $336,000 to replace the packs that we have. If we were to replace the tanks that we need this year, it would be about $40,000. Now, will that offset some of the price for purchasing new packs? Yes, because we have some, we can reutilize those tanks. But we've got a certain amount of, I think it's 22 tanks, or 28 tanks that need to be replaced this year.
Was there something to do with a grant for this stuff? I thought there was something that would help offset some of those costs. I don't know where I'm getting at, there's always some weird grants that you guys can go for.
federal grant probably,
And then, I was thinking this would be one of them.
assistance,
Yeah, the AFG grant.
yeah.
Even with the SCBA's, we can put in for it, but even with the SCBA's, they're more likely to go to departments that have packs that are extremely out of date, like 30 years old. So we're kind of in
Penalize
that,
once again. for
yeah, we're in that middle. We can put in for it, yeah, the chances of us getting it probably slim, but we would surely put in for it, for a full replacement of the packs.
we will put it in the mix. And if you could, work on some of those other ones and get us some answers by the next time we meet.
You want, you know, solid numbers instead of just like, for the brush truck, the 200,000?
Yeah, if we can get better numbers as far as that goes and find out what revenue has been already realized, and if there's anything else that we can sell that is gonna have some impact, I don't know what else is,
To offset the cost,
yeah.
because we don't have a, basically the truck replacement fund is be
Gone.
used up
Yep,
after we get the ambulance in
Yep.
November. That, that'll be gone, so.
yep,
That went to full
Yep.
So-
Which was another question as far as that, but there's some of those questions we can take care of with Lana,
Okay.
okay,
as far as those budget line items.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all of them. As far as like the parking lot, if we don't do anything within the next few years, we're probably gonna end up having some major damage, so a seal coating is a nice fix to extend the life of them.
Don't we have a shorter seal coating budget coming up too, for some of the roads that we've done, that we couldn't incorporate, if that's all it is, can we incorporate that, or is that a whole different process?
Parking lots is a whole different process than chip
Process.
sealing. Yeah,
Doing
it's
the
more
whole
like,
thing?
it's like blacktop sealer in parking lots.
Gotcha.
Chip seal is, they get turned down throughs when people are backing in and out, it's not really recommended.
This wasn't sure if we can
and still
incorporate that in any-
winding them
Yeah, well,
after.
yeah, so like this year, we did the trailhead, it was like $2,200, they came in, they cracked, they blew it all off, sealed all the areas where the oil stains were, crack filled it, sealed it, waited for it to dry, came back on Saturday or whatever, and painted white lines. But obviously, Gates parking, or the trailhead parking lot is substantially smaller than the fire department.
Yeah.
And we put that parking lots in 2021, with Jefferson Street project, so they recommend seal coating every 3 to 5 years after they get.
Parking lot?
Yeah, after they get to this point,
Kelly has on hers too, parking lot maintenance.
same thing.
Same thing. Right.
Pretty much.
I don't know if that's an economy of
It's just a
scale,
maintenance thing, yeah.
you know, that you do 2 projects at once, where you get
I-
every deal.
So what I did was I had my guy from Holland quote utilities, the fire department, and the trailhead.
Okay,
And that was the unit prices. Square footage.
but you didn't quote the library.
No, I didn't. Because that wasn't quite to the age and to the shape that like the fire departments and trailhead and utilities, was. So I left that out for this year, because of next year.
Okay, where are you on, Chad, on your budget? Is it in, or you guys gonna have an officer meeting yet to finalize it?
Yeah, we're still working on
Still
the budget, but yeah.
Okay, so it'll be next week sometime?
Yeah, definitely by the 30th.
Okay. Moving on, library, park, you got the parking lot,
Or you going on that list, okay,
yeah,
that's fine,
I'm just gonna keep rolling
that's fine.
through here. Is funds on hand accurate, or you gonna need help for the parking lot and
For the
your
parking, the computers we wouldn't need with the parking lot, I don't know if we could do it all together, like you were saying, that would be nice to go in together with it, no deal, like Chad was saying. Those were going to, roof, we did, I had question marks because I wasn't sure what was going on with that, but they did fix the, leak in the
Lovely.
so, yeah.
We're
Next
okay.
big rain will be the
Well,
test.
yeah.
There you go, that usually is a good test.
Yes, so, they came Monday when it was raining really hard and.
Solve the problem.
Solve the problem, so.
And that was the part of the roof that's flat?
Flat roof.
The flat roof.
Always.
Oh, can't we just put metal on the top of
Alright, Gabe is. What you got, Gabe?
Hi, Gabe.
Okay,
You're up.
what do you, don't you have it from you?
Yeah, but we like to converse.
It's just what it was last year.
Yeah.
It hasn't changed. We added to the new list. But at the last Parks Commission meeting, we didn't have a quorum, so we had to cancel it, so they won't have a change of what they would like for 2026 until the first week of September.
You sent an email that I replied to you on, that I never saw the drawing. Was that the new bingo?
Yeah, I forgot to attach it. It's the
Is
bingo, it's
that-
the bingo. It was just a drawing of a concept drawing of the bingo hall.
Okay, so that's not on here.
Because I don't have a new price for it.
Got it,
It was just a rendering.
got it, okay,
Reunion Hall? Reunion, what is it?
yeah,
Bingo.
No, Reunion Hall.
reunion, yeah. Is that still kind of a plan to tear it down or just repurpose it somehow?
They're saying that if we were to just renovate it, it would be the same cost as building it, tearing it down, and building a new one.
Okay. Interesting.
You have a meeting coming up though soon.
It's the first Wednesday of September.
Okay. We will follow back up with it then.
Yeah, that parking lot is still a pain in the butt.
It is. And Chief Sorensen. Old data computers.
Correct. We had 3 of them, 2 of them we're having issues with already. And they're only made the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So they're at the 5-year mark.
Did you get grant money for those last time? Was there something?
No,
No.
the only we got grant money for was defense.
Yeah. Okay. And Chad? Mower?
Mower that I'm looking to replace is currently a 2021 Skag Cheetah. It's air cooled, it's got 38.5 horse Kawasaki on it, it's got about $1,500 on it. So we've been trying to replace the Skag mowers every 5 years, so this last couple times we didn't get that, probably went up in smoke and down the hill.
And in the water.
That was the John Deere.
You find ways to get new.
Trailer?
The trailer, we got a 2008 Macliner trailer, it's getting pretty rough, starting to rust. The boards are gonna need to get replaced if I don't replace the whole trailer. It's the unit we use to haul around the blacktop roller, the lawnmowers, that kind of stuff.
Chain link fence?
Chain link fence was something they added this year, kind of out of the blue. Years ago, we took down a section in anticipation of putting up a building that never happened. The back fence is getting pretty dilapidated and run down, so I thought putting in a new chain link fence would add security. I know I received a phone call one day that there was people walking around in our yard.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Yes.
Imagine that. Okay.
So I called a couple different fence companies, and Lemke Fence was the only one that came out. So that is an actual quote. Lawnmower is a good quote too. The trailer was kind of an internet search, they kind of ballparked that.
Bridge?
That is also, what's the resolution that we
Yeah.
sending for this?
Yes.
In the budget.
It's still that pedestrian bridge in Fireman's Park that we had the inspection done in 2023. They came up with a list of recommended repairs.
Yeah.
We didn't budget for it.
Isn't there money available for that? Wasn't it like a water you have or
A
something?
grant one?
Yeah.
They don't usually give grants to repair, they just to install. And I don't know that we even got a grant to install. So
This
for a
is
while.
labels as inspection, it's actually,
That's, I questioned Lon about that, I said, the inspection part was, bridge needs to get repaired from an inspection that was done years ago, and that's how she put it in.
okay.
And, you know, it's been a year and a half later, I just, kind of ballpark it, I don't exactly know, I mean, another whole year's salt on it, and
Yeah,
granted, we didn't get a whole lot of snow, but.
How soon do you think you can get a new quote? Will they be able to do?
Well, we never went out for bids,
I know we did,
so that's
but we had to pay them like $10,000.
$10,000 to
And
prepare
then-
bid documents and plan sets.
Right.
So this
They go out
form
to
that's
bid.
in here, that doesn't include like the 10 and then thought process for.
Because originally, he told me, the guy from Core, originally he told me it was gonna cost between $15,000 and $20,000 for repairs. Well, if you only charge us $10,000 for prepare bid documents,
Right.
and go out for bids and all that kind of stuff, now I'm at 30-some thousand, not knowing what more needs to get fixed.
Mhm.
so we don't know if that 40's
I would think it
accurate
should
enough.
be close, but, I mean, of that
We still
30
gotta
some.
pay- We still gotta pay the 10 to get the drawings, go out for bid, and then we actually get the quotes.
And I told Core Engineering Service that I would be doing the field inspection while they're out there, so that was a less of a charge there, because otherwise they charge us more for having an inspector out there too.
Right, okay. Chip seal's pretty straightforward.
Chip seal's pretty straightforward, I should have, Lon should have the list on there.
Chip Seal, Jefferson, East Polk, Commercial,
Yep.
South Monroe, and Lushier.
Yeah.
Okay,
And after we're done with this year's project, it'll be a couple more years, or, you know, this will pay off after 2026.
Yep. Got it.
East Polk was supposed to get done this year, but they did East
The
Polk,
other one is-
East Polk west of Washington Street instead of east of Washington Street, so we got down for free. This
Yep.
afternoon, I was walking out of the office,
Mhm.
it's kind of a mill and overlay, similar to we did on Indian Hills and
So
for
the-
what we're doing and gonna do on Indian Hills, what we did on Minnehaha on Riverside.
So everything in there that's green was just like estimates that has nothing to do with what the quotes we just got. So that's why she's got it in green on the bottom, mill and overlay to get quote. So we can have her update that.
yeah, because
Yep.
it's kind of confusing how it's looks for right now. Okay,
It's 162, so
Anybody
it's a
have
whole
any-
lot less than what's written in there, so.
anybody have any additional questions on that? What do you think of this report, though, on using the format that Ellers had, which shows the sources, the funding, and so on and so forth?
Yeah, the one she shared to the link, yeah. That's pretty concise, it's easy to
It
go
is,
through.
it's really easy to read. We just have to dial in the amount and
Yep.
where the funding's gonna come from, I guess, but for a later date. So we wanna, I don't think there's anything we wanna make action
No.
right now, right?
Well, I don't think we're far enough along to even start that.
Right.
And along with that, I'll probably have a handout on insurance, for some facts and figures on these pages for,
Yep, you got it.
yep. Have you had any, may or may not have had time to look at that, but that definitely is something we're going to be looking at going forward. Right now, as a minimum, we're looking at ways to offset some of the payments by having a higher deductible with an HSA payment, which will save both the employees and the city money. But there's other things that we may want to address, given some of the information that we got from other communities and how they handle opt-outs and so on and so forth. So that is something we're gonna have to look at. Don't know if anything will happen with it, but it's maybe something we'll have to address at some point. I see it as an issue when we're trying to solidify a target number for wages, giving increases, and then the state can come along, and for the opt-out people, those people are getting a higher amount as well, based off of whatever the state decides to increase the insurance. So it's not apples to apples, so it's may have gotten out of hand compared to what the original thought was on how that plays out. So as you're looking through this and when we dive into it, into wages, and we have a later meeting, we can go into that a little bit further. I don't think we have time to really dive into too much farther, but last month, I think we had in our, is this finance? I think June's meeting in finance, we did have in the packet a breakout of different communities.
Yeah.
You probably should have that. If you don't, you can probably pull that back out. Everybody should have the current plan rates that were shared with us. That was also in a packet from recently, and should match the format that we used last year when we looked at all this. So insurance is not getting cheaper, and it's starting to cost a lot more. I fielded complaints from my workplace today in the private sector on costs for doctor visits and everything else, and people aren't happy, but what are you gonna do? You can't go without it, so. Until we get a bunch of houses built in here where we don't have to worry about it so much, which we're trying, but we'll get there. So lastly, the next thing regarding budgets is try to get some available dates,
Yay.
which are always fun parts, so. I think I was a little premature and reached out to Kelly about nailing down a date based off of what we used last year, but I'm gonna be way up in northern Wisconsin during that whole week, I think, so I'm not gonna be around for a meeting, so.
That's the first or second week in September, which week are you
I
gone?
don't know if you guys have an answer for me, if you can kick it back a week, that,
Did you get my email today?
I did not,
Oh.
I hadn't checked my email today.
They chose the 15th. Is
The
that-
15th?
Yeah, does that work or not?
No.
September?
Yeah, it's September.
Monday.
That was, you said the 9th or the 15th, so that's the days I gave them.
Tuesday the 9th and Monday the 15th. At the library again, right?
Yeah.
At a particular time?
6 p.m.
Six.
is what. Okay.
That's the
Six.
third Monday, Charlie.
Is that a bad thing?
What's that?
Are you going?
That's the third Monday.
September 17th.
No,
15th.
15th.
Monday.
Did I hear that wrong?
Yeah, Monday the 15th. Well, what does the third Monday mean?
I got a meeting.
Is that yours in McFarland, your date?
No. It's a different thing I'm the president of.
Okay. And what time is your meeting though?
6:30.
Oh, of course. Actually, hers is pretty quick.
I could do 5:30.
Does that work for
Does
you
that
guys?
work for your group?
I think so. Probably think so.
How about Jody? She's sitting there very quietly.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
5:30, okay?
Thinking back into this month, since we have time left, what's everybody look like for next week? Put putting the pressure on Lana, but.
Well, actually, there's
I'd
everybody,
like-
it's everybody else that has to remind you stuff done.
Yeah. I think the police department, we could probably do, you guys have yours posted into my view. I don't know how far close you are, Chad. We usually do you two guys together.
I'm pretty close to almost hitting the send button.
What's like the 27th? That'd be Wednesday. Does that work?
27th is a Saturday.
No, we went back to August.
Okay, we're
This-
going back.
Going backwards,
Got
I'm
it.
trying to stack them. I don't wanna lose this whole month. It's
Okay,
Wednesday,
Wednesday,
Wednesday
27th.
the 27th.
I could do something at 6.
I'm gonna be gone.
Yeah, we can start
She's
whenever.
gonna be gone.
Jody's gonna be gone.
When will you be back?
On the weekend, so I'll be gone a week.
That whole week you're gone, 25th? Okay.
First week in September,
3rd?
3rd.
Fourth,
What are you smiling about?
said the fourth,
The 4th is Thursday.
The 4th, we can start at 5:30.
No, we can't.
again.
It's the first, that's the first meeting, right?
Right, so what's wrong with that?
We wanna start before and try that?
Well, yeah.
Oh, that's
Said
gonna,
5:30.
that's gonna be,
You guys do
What-
DW?
DPW meeting.
Yeah, yours is at
6:30?
6, so there's
6 or
enough really
6:30.
time to do
6:30,
that,
yeah.
so.
Uh,
3rd?
I've got nothing on the 3rd.
Available.
Yay! Chad and
I'd
Dee
rather
Dee
not be, but,
on Wednesday?
yeah.
Who else could we do?
That's also a Parks Commission meeting.
Oh, so the,
Wouldn't affect you unless you wanna be around, it would be for police and.
He would just probably do his parks in a different meeting than as often.
or we could go over there.
No, I prefer to stay here, especially
Okay.
if we can start putting some stuff up on
Never
the
mind.
screens.
Cameras, never mind.
Yeah.
5:30?
Should we decide something? 3rd?
We're waiting on Chad, 'cause apparently we're crunching his, style here.
5:30 on Wednesday?
5:30?
We do you first? Does that work?
Sure.
Thanks.
And then, are we doing the day after that? And we wanna try and do something on the 4th, before the parks, for the DPW. Chad, what
On
do you?
Thursday.
Yeah. Well, Wednesday, 5:30, we won't need probably not quite a half hour for him.
Unless,
You can do Dennis too as a,
we can do those on the 3rd, the DPW, the police on the 3rd.
you okay with the 3rd, Dennis?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the 4th, if we wanna come in at 5:30 and just have a numbers crunching day.
We have a short agenda so far for DPW.
Yeah.
So we could,
5:30.
that's a
We could take it to
6:30,
6:30.
that's a 6:30 so far start.
Do you wanna knock out parks?
Chad, or Gabe, would you even be ready for that, since you have your
No.
meeting the night
No,
before?
that's,
Yeah,
How
why
about
not?
City Hall then?
Why not?
Or you will be?
He's that prepared already.
Let a boy.
excellent. Okay,
Parks it is.
we'll do parks and then we'll have any other discussion regarding the budget after that,
That's at 6:30?
5:30
5:30.
on the 4th.
And we'll decide at a later date with fire, it's probably gonna be,
At the
after you
station.
guys get your stuff ready, we'll pick a day for the station.
Would you
Yeah.
guys normally, is that a Monday that we usually do it at the station, so that everybody
During your
can be there?
meeting night, but that's way at the end of the month, so.
Yeah, that's way at the end of the month, we'll have to pick a different date.
Well, why is that? Why
Unless
couldn't
you
we
wanted
do
to-
this At the end of September then?
Yeah, unless you wanted to wait till the end of September.
October, that's way too far.
Yeah, that's a way to go.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, anyway.
I'll be in San Diego that
I'll
week.
miss you.
I mean, I'd be okay with that, because it's fair enough, but,
Well, we definitely gotta pick something in September here.
yeah.
all right, we'll figure that out at a later
Okay.
meeting then.
You find out what you guys can do and let us know,
Yeah,
on Monday in September, if that's your preferred date.
I'll write that within the next week.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
I have nothing else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Hang on, Charlie, I'll screenshot you my calendars, just so you have a reference.
That's fine.
And
And just keep me abreast if there's anything that works out that we can,
Yeah, I'll just shoot
outside of
them,
the meeting, try to.
I'll just shoot them to you, so you can,
And
when they correspond back and forth, you can just look at it.
Sounds good.
an announcement real quick, TAP grant, I'll be bringing that to the next meeting. We're gonna apply a third time's the charm. If not, we're gonna have to roll that into the budget. Either way, as the 20% was full amount, I'm giving you the quote. So just wanted to make sure that's not.
Motion adjourned.
I'll move to adjourn.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I turned it on. Red button. There we go. All right. Roll call. Cummings here.
Charles Cooler.
Griffin here.
Thomas here.
Wire here.
That's right here. Meeting approval of August 7th, 2025. Any additions or corrections?
Austin Cole make a motion to approve meeting minutes from August 7th, 2025.
Charles Cooler, second.
Motion by Austin, second by Charles Poole to approve the meeting minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
I'll abstain.
I'll abstain.
Well, there's a lot of that. Yeah, you're all missing last time. All right. Motion still carried.
I wasn't missing, I knew where I was.
Yeah, but we didn't know you weren't gonna be here.
I
You
didn't realize it was
tell us
gonna
when
be
you're going
night.
to Alaska. Yeah.
I didn't have a choice.
So I feel really bad for you.
All right.
All right. Citizen input, seeing none. And now, something fun we get to do. All right, I would like Chad and Ryan to please come up here. Please.
Let the meetings begin.
No meetings, this is good stuff. I didn't get my glasses yet. All right, you probably saw that this was on the agenda, but I don't know if you read it. So this is a proclamation for both Chad and Ryan. I'm not sure everybody even knows what it all happened, but I will just read everything. So the safety and well-being of our community depends not only on our emergency services, but also on the vigilance and dedication of all public servants. On July 23rd, 2025, Chad Burgess and Ryan Ronstadt, both of them are on here, of the Public Works Department demonstrated extraordinary awareness and courage by noticing a deck on fire during their duties and taking swift action to alert authorities and assist in containing the blaze. I think it says exactly the same thing. Both Chad and Ryan's quick thinking and selflessness response helped prevent further damage and ensured the safety of residents and neighboring properties. Whereas such acts of bravery and civic responsibility exemplify the highest standards of public service and reflect excellent credit upon the Department of Public Works and the City of Waterloo. I, Mayor, on behalf of the City of Waterloo and its residents, do hereby extend our deepest gratitude and commendations to Chad and Ryan for their heroic actions and unwavering commitment to the community. And you'll get one with the gold star. Thank you. Fun stuff. All right, now that we've embarrassed them, meeting minutes, summaries from last council. Chad.
As far as the fire department goes, another busy month. We do have a bunch of personnel going to certification classes. We've got 3 people in instructor 1, 2 people in instructor 2. We've got 3 people going through entry level, 1 person goes through MPO. So we've got a slew of people that are increasing their education. So that's great to see.
Fantastic. That's cool. Anything else?
Nope, that's about it.
Thank you very much. Planning Commission was canceled again. Hopefully we got something coming up here real soon. Library, Sarah, what Kelly, you want?
It was the one that we reported on last time.
Yep,
so
on
it was-
8/7.
That's kind of what I thought, so I thought that was odd. Public Health and Safety,
Same.
that's what I thought. Public Works was canceled, City Council. That's strange. I don't know why that's on there. Water and Light, that is in your packet.
Water and Light was last time too.
Pardon me?
Water and Light was last time
Yeah,
too.
I don't know why these are all on.
Yeah, I'm not.
Cable was canceled, CDA was canceled, and finance is tonight, unless there's anything you want to talk about that's not on the agenda, like the budget maybe?
Yeah, we began budget budget talks, set dates for future meetings with the various departments, and hopefully we can get through it without a ton of meetings, but
That is.
that's the hope.
It's a good goal.
It's a good
It's lofty.
Forgive us, hope that might happen. All right, in your packet are reports, and things that are normally in here, I think these are all due this month, they're all in here. So if you have any questions or comments? Otherwise, please declare approved.
Cummings will make the motion to approve the consent agenda items.
Austin Cool, second.
Motion by Cummings, second by Cool, to approve the consent agenda items. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Resolution 2025-35, this is rescinding never went anywhere, so it was a resolution that was hanging out there, and it was a comment that we're rescinding it so that it is gonna be a part of the 2026 budget process. Because we passed it and didn't do anything with it, we changed it. So we can't do that old tube hanging out there.
Thomas make the motion to rescind resolution 2025-02.
Griffin will second.
Motion by Thomas, second by Griffin, to approve resolution 2025-35. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Finance, 2025 financials, Charlie?
We have recommendations from the Finance Committee on the July 2025 financial statements. So I will motion to approve the payroll in the amount of $100,948.59. General disbursements of $290,344.92, and the clerk treasurer's reports on file at the clerk treasurer's office.
Cummings will second.
Motion by Charlie Cool, second by Cummings, to approve the financial reports. Roll call.
Cummings
Cummings, yes.
Austin Cool, yes.
Charles Cole, yes.
Griffin, yes.
Thomas, yes.
Waiter, yes.
Hesley, yes.
Motion carried. We have the repairs to the City Hall fountain. That's also a part of the last meeting. What did we decide?
We discussed the repairs to the water fountain, and the recommendation from finance was to replace the chiller unit. Based off the quote, not to exceed $2,950. Funding source will be, to be determined, but it's either gonna be out of the city's, the building budget or out of contingency. So I will make that motion that we repair the water fountain.
Waiter will second.
Motion by Charlie Cole, second by Wire to approve the City Hall water fountain repair, $2,950. Roll call.
Cummings, yes.
Austin Cool, yes.
Charles Cole, yes.
Griffin, yes.
Thomas, yes.
Waiter, yes.
Hesley, yes.
Motion carried. Update on the fire inspection, 2025-09 and 2025-10 update.
That did not make the published packet online, so it was never, posted, so that will have to be,
Approved.
Deferred.
You can-
We can take it up
we
here.
can take it up here, so basically, I think this was presented last month. We didn't have the proper, resolution, I think, at that time, to address the changes, that reflect our ordinance to match up with the state designations for the SBS codes, I think is the majority of what these are. Correct? Chad, do you have anything to add on that?
No, that's it, it's just updating it to the correct codes, numbers.
Yeah, 'cause I think we started that a while ago and it never finished and it just
Yeah.
hung out there in la la land.
Yeah, I don't know where it went, but
We don't know either.
take care of it,
We-
take care of it now.
Yeah, as long as we can whack another one off the list of
Yes.
the updates we need to do, so I will so motion that we update the ordinance with this, resolution.
Waiter will second.
Motion by Charlie Cole, second by Wire to approve both ordinances, 2025-09 and 2025-10. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Wheel tax.
And lastly, the wheel tax. Yeah, the wheel tax. The resolution is addressing, which we have to do on a yearly basis, the wheel tax, whether we want to maintain it, modify it, or rescind it. It was a recommendation of the Finance Committee to maintain the $15 annual registration fee, and that's what is before you. So I will motion to maintain the wheel tax at the $15 level. I'll make that motion.
Austin Cool, second.
Motion by Charlie Cool, second by Austin Cool to approve the, it's actually a resolution number 2025-34. Roll call.
Cummings, yes.
Austin Cool, yes.
Charles Cole, yes.
Griffin, no.
Thomas, yes.
Waiter, no.
Hesley, yes.
Motion carried. Old business operator, license, oh, I know what this was. This was for the gentleman, I know that, but, so the old business, this is, Tim made the recommendation that the gentleman would like to come back from the last meeting if he had anything to show, to change, to try and reverse his rejection of his operator license. So-
Updated information.
Pardon me?
Updated
Correct,
information.
correct, which he is not here, so
Thomas make a motion to deny his request, his appeal.
Griffin, second.
motion by Thomas, second by Griffin to approve or motion to deny. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Future agenda items and announcements, yes, we are talking budget, so stay tuned to your calendars.
And we have some dates set up. We'll be at the library addressing their budget on the 15th charities. The third in council chambers here for DPW and the police department, and parks at 5:30 on the fourth. Any council members or public wants to come, you're all welcome to come.
All right, anybody else got anything?
Where, move to adjourn.
Which one got it?
We'll give you time to write, Charlie.
Well, she missed a bunch last week, you really threw us off last week.
I know.
Why? Just sat here.
Did you all sit here?
Yeah, we're like,
Bueller, anybody? Robbie's isn't here.
Call a question.
I did.
Here we go.
I knew it was